We are going into a time and place in the history of our country and our world where you are going to need to be prepared. And not only are you going to need to be prepared, ladies and gentlemen, but you're going to have to prepare yourselves to defend the things that you gathered in order to safeguard your family. Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Ladies and gentlemen, about 50% of the people that come across my videos are not subscribed. And that's not a point of contention for me. The reason I'm saying that is because if you're one of those, you don't have to subscribe. But listen for a while before you click off. Okay, just listen for a while, because this is important, what I'm about to tell you. And you may think I'm crazy when I finish telling you what I'm about to tell you, but I'm afraid that one day you may realize that I'm not. Now, toilet paper is back on the shelves. As a matter of fact, I got on Amazon the other day, and let me tell you guys a little secret. If you guys like Scott tissue, the 80-pack box of Scott tissue at Amazon is only like 39 bucks right now. And that 80-pack box, for myself, a family of 4, lasts us like 6 months, if not more. So if you guys are looking for a good deal on toilet paper, go on over to Amazon and get yourselves a box of toilet paper that will last you for 6 months. Because ladies and gentlemen, if you think that it's going to be on the shelves in the next few months, you may be wrong. I hope I'm wrong and that it is. But this thing that we've been going through, it's not over. And unfortunately, people have not learned their lesson. Some have. Some have woken up to the fact that they need to stock up on things. But some are just as delusional as they were before this crisis ever started. So listen up and stock up on the things that you need. I'm going to give you a list of 50 things that you should be getting right now to get prepared. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it costs money to get these things. But would you rather have that money in your bank being devalued as the Federal Reserve and the U.S. government prints money out of existence? Or would you rather have that money invested in real things that can keep you and your family's standard of living up to par when these things become either unavailable or unattainable because they're so expensive? Take, for example, things that are made in China. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say we should buy American. We should, but we can't. Not that many things are made here in America anymore. Right now in China, I got an email from a gentleman this morning telling me about the Three Gorges Dam in China. That is about 2 or 3 meters above capacity. Right? So it's got about 7 or 8 feet higher than what it can actually hold. And that the government officials are saying that the dam is starting to become deformed. And that there are areas around that dam that have already flooded. Now, what does that have to do with us? That's in China. Ladies and gentlemen, 60 to 80% of the things that we get are made in China. Now, this trade deal fiasco that we have going on, in addition to this crisis that we're going, I'm sure that has hurt the economy as far as us being able to get things. But imagine if that dam fails. It would be devastating, not only for the Chinese, ladies and gentlemen, but for us as well, because we rely on things that are made in China. Until manufacturing here in the United States comes up to par and will be able to supply us with the things that we need, with the things that we have been accustomed to being able to get just by taking a trip down to Walmart. Until that happens, we still need a lot of the things that China makes and sells to us. So just imagine if that Three Gorges Dam does fail and it floods that region of China. How devastating it would be for them, but also for all of the trade partners that China has around the world, as far as being able to supply them and us with those things that we are used to using on our everyday lives. You know, more than likely, this phone that I'm recording this video on was probably made in China. The tripod that's sitting on it, you know, that the phone is sitting on, is probably made in China. Right, ladies and gentlemen? Can you point out one company in the United States that makes tripods? Or that makes phones here in the U.S.? We all are very fast to say we shouldn't buy Chinese. But I guarantee you, if you look around your home, a lot of the things that are in your home came from China. That is a big point of contention that we're going to have if that dam fails. In addition to that, look at the dam in California. I forget the name of the dam. I always have. If that dam fails, forget all of the nuts, forget all of the produce, forget all of the rice that we get from California, because they're just going to be trying to survive. People don't understand that we probably get about what, 35%, 40% of all of our produce just from California. What if that dam fails? You see, everyone's concentrated and is looking at this crisis that we're going through right now, this health crisis that we're going through right now. Everything is concentrated on that. But we're not looking at everything else that can fail and that will eventually fail. The government officials in China pretty much said that that dam is going to fail. And they're trying to evacuate people from there so that they won't, get flooded out. It's going to be a catastrophe. Now, I hope it doesn't happen. I really don't. But it looks like it probably will. It's more probable than not that it will fail. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are you waiting for? Go get your toilet paper now. And when I say toilet paper, I'm just being facetious. It's not just toilet paper. It's all of those things that you need. I'm going to take a look. I'm going to be looking at a list that I have here because obviously I can't remember all 50 items, and I would rather give them to you in order. That way you guys can have them in a concise manner instead of me trying to think of all 50 items at once. And I can tell you right now that all of these items on this list I have. It's taken me a long time to do it. However, you don't have to get the best of everything. All right? You don't have to get a $1,000 first aid kit. You can go and get a $12 first aid kit or a $10 first aid kit, or go to the dollar store and spend $10 on Band-Aids, on gauze, on antiseptic. At least you'll have something, and something is by far better than nothing. So ladies and gentlemen, stop procrastinating. The good times are back. Yes, the good times are back. Even though our economy is falling apart and the stock market at the same time is reaching all-time highs, the good times are back. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, these are good times. These are good times that we're living in right now. You know why? Because the shelves are starting to get stocked again, but I don't think it's going to last a very long time. You need to really take a look at what's important to you and decide what you're going to do to protect that. Now, let me go ahead and read off a list of 50 things that you should have, and I'll probably add a couple of things in myself. Starting from the top, you should have a generator, right? If you have a solar generator or a gas power generator or a propane power generator, you should have a generator at least big enough to power your refrigerator or freezer. That way you can keep whatever foods you have in there good. And also big enough to maybe power a few LED lights so you can have lights in your house. Right? So at the very minimum, you can get yourself a generator. You can buy a small generator on Amazon that will power both your refrigerator and freezer for about $200, maybe less. And if not, get on Craigslist, get on Facebook, go to a pawn shop and see if you can pick one up for even cheaper. Water filter. We had this discussion a few videos ago. Get the best quality water filter that you can afford. Rainwater collection. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. Rainwater collection. No matter where you live, even if you live in an apartment and you have a balcony, you can collect some rainwater. Even if you don't have gutters in your house, you can collect rainwater by using a tarp. Right? Get a 55-gallon barrel drum. And even if all you have is 5-gallon buckets, you can still catch rainwater on that. And guess what? You can use your filter to make that water potable. An emergency medical kit. We talked about that. Get the best emergency medical kit that you can get. All you can do, ladies and gentlemen, is what you can do. Let's get some food. Let's get some rice, pasta, canned soup, canned vegetables, canned fruit, canned chicken, jars of peanut butter, can your own meats, can your own vegetables if you know how to do that. If you don't know how to do that, that's fine. Go to the store and buy some flats of canned whatever it is that you eat. Buy at least 2 or 3 or 4 flats for each person in your house. Peanut butter, salt, sugar, powdered milk, condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk, cereals, bags of flour, yeast. I've been hearing on the grapevine that people still can't find flour, and yeast is still hard to find. If you see it, grab some. Grab extra. A great bartering item. A friend of yours may have flour, whereas you may not, and they may need yeast. If you drink coffee, if you drink tea, get coffee and tea. Also get those types of powdered drinks that's going to mix well with water. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you get stuck drinking nothing but water, you may not like it. I like water, but I also like to have a flavored drink now and then. If you can afford it, get long-term food storage. Get extra vitamins, get lighters, matches. If you have a propane stove outside or a propane grill, get extra bottles of propane. Get extra lighter fluid. Even if you don't smoke, get a lighter, get extra lighter fluid, or get a whole bunch of lighters. Get candles, flashlights, extra batteries. Plenty of wood to burn if you have a wood-burning stove. And even if you don't have a wood-burning stove and you live in an area where you're allowed to have a fire in your backyard, have some extra wood as well. You could always use that wood to build a campfire and cook over it so that you can save on your propane and use that for heat. If you have a propane stove or a propane heater that heats your house. Of course, extra blankets, extra sleeping bags, a sun oven if you don't have one. I don't have a sun oven, but I have all the wood that I need in order to be able to cook outside, and I have plenty of backups to be able to cook inside. But this is not about me, ladies and gentlemen. This video is not about what I have. This is about what you should be looking to get now that the shelves still have these things before they run out. Come fall, come winter. Get some of your hygiene items, all right? Female hygiene items, overall hygiene items, extra soap, extra shampoo. Right? Extra toothpaste, extra toothbrushes. If you shave, get extra razors. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about getting extra of the things that you already use. Get some extra hand sanitizer. If not, get the ingredients that you can use to make your own. If you need to get face coverings because you live in an area where you have to cover your face whenever you go outside or whenever you go into a restaurant or a supermarket or whatever, get some extra face coverings as well. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, get that toilet paper. Let's see. I think I've covered almost everything. Get extra bottles of bleach. Get a bidet. All right. I got an email today from a very nice lady telling me some of the things that she got before this crisis started. And one of the things on her list was that she got a bidet. Now, she didn't stop using toilet paper. She still used some toilet paper to finish up with. But the bidet made it easy for her to extend her toilet paper. So whereas she was using, let's say, one roll a day, now one roll lasted her 5 or 6 days. And I just made those numbers up, but you know what I mean. By using a bidet, it extends the life of the supplies that you already have. A battery-powered radio, bleach tablets, extra batteries, solar chargers, trash bags, tarps. You can make a rain catchment system with tarps. A good knife, a good utility knife, not just a knife that looks pretty, but a good utility knife. Don't make the same mistake that I made, ladies and gentlemen. I asked for a really nice knife a few years ago. It's called Zero Tolerance. And ladies and gentlemen, that knife is so darn pretty that I hate using it. But if you get a knife, get a good utility knife that's an all good, all around knife that you can chop with, that you can pry with, that you can cut with, all right? Don't waste your money and buy something and then put it in a drawer and not use it. Get an axe, get a hammer, get some tools, get gardening tools, all right? Get building tools, hand tools. Get extra nails, get extra screws. You know, have some screwdrivers, get some shovels, extra shovels of whatever variety you feel that you may need to use. Get extra work gloves. Seeds for your garden, all right? Get as many garden seeds as you can get. Canning jars. Don't forget your pets. Extra supplies for your pets. And ladies and gentlemen, have a little bit of extra cash on hand, just in case. Just in case things go down and the stores will only take cash. You never know, ladies and gentlemen. I know that nowadays some stores are trying to stay away from cash for whatever the reason may be. But keep some cash on hand. If what I think is going to happen happens as far as the economy goes, cash will become a little more valuable for a given amount of time before it loses its value. But we won't get into that now. Ladies and gentlemen, pretty much just heed the warning. I hope that this video reaches people that have not heard this warning before. And the warning is this: you are going to need these things in the future. We are going into a time and place in our history, not only the history of the United States of America, but I believe the history of the world, Right? And no one's been talking to me. I haven't been getting any messages from anyone. This is just me thinking. A layman, regular guy. We are going into a time and place in the history of our country and our world where you are going to need to be prepared. And not only are you going to need to be prepared, ladies and gentlemen, but you're going to have to prepare yourselves to defend the things that you gathered in order to safeguard your family. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't laugh and click away. Take action. You are responsible for yourself. No one is going to come to save you. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that somebody gets something out of this. I truly hope that someone listens to this and starts to at least think about taking action and taking care of themselves, knowing that when it really matters, there's not going to be anyone there for you but yourself and your family and hopefully your community that you've built. Having said that, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. Thank you very much to every one of you that has subscribed here in the last couple of weeks. We've gotten a lot of new subscribers. Thank you very much. You are now community members, and you are very welcome here. I'm Alaska Prepper. Oh, I forgot to say, many blessings to every one of you and your families. I think I forgot to say that. I'm Alaska Prepper, and I'm out.